Hey Patrick, Demetrius here. So here's this quick video that I put together for you. And what I did is I typed in chiropractor Bend, Oregon, as that's the number one keyword people are searching for when they're looking for a chiropractor here in Bend. And so you'll notice here that this is the map pack, right? And this is some prime real estate. 7 out of 10 people that are looking for any particular service generally stop here, right? So if your business is in the map pack, pretty good chance you're going to get that phone call or that click on your website or submission form inquiry right through your website. So this is some prime real estate here, and I want to talk about that for a moment because there's a lot of missed opportunity by not being in this space, and chiropractic the chiropractors are a really competitive industry, and just here in Central Oregon, there's roughly 10 pages worth of listings for chiropractors here in town, right? So there's usually 10 listings per page. So, right, you do the math. And I did not find Prentice Chiropractic on any of those pages. And what I ended up doing is I had to search specifically for your business, and I found your business profile here, right? Which you have, over 100 reviews, which is amazing. But reviews are not the only factor when it comes to ranking in the map pack, right? So I'm going to talk about that for a second. And so, obviously, having a fully optimized profile, right, with your name, address, phone number, complete business description, photos, which you guys have, but also being active on your profile, right? So responding to reviews when clients leave them, right? And doing that in a timely manner. Google looks at those sort of things. Also, making regular posts on your profile is huge. And then last but not least, probably most important, is citations. And that's anywhere your name, address, and phone number show up on the web. And there's thousands of places you can do that. Think of like directory listings, Yelp, Dex, Yellow Pages, even your Facebook business profile will give you a citation. But the more of those you can have, the more Google looks at you as an authority in your local market, right? So, so we want to get some more of those up so you can start showing up in the search, as and eventually to get to the map pack. The next thing I want to talk about is the organic listing or organic search, right? And so these are businesses that have ranked their web page. And the thing about Google is that it's an open book test, and you can see what the competition is doing and mimic what they're doing and then go above and beyond, right? And so success leaves clues. And so one thing that stuck out right for me right off the bat is Alpine Chiropractic, right? And so they're in the map pack here, but then they're also, in top 4 slots organically. And so success leaves clues. And so let's take a peek and see what these guys are doing, so we can kind of get an idea of what it's going to take to, to start really competing and get on the field here. And so this is a tool that I use called Ahrefs, and it gives me a snapshot of the keywords that they're ranking for. And so you'll see here, obviously, their brand name, their ranking, and so it gets 1,300 searches a month, right? And for that, they're currently they don't even rank top number 1 for their brand, but they still get 63 hits a month of traffic to their site every month, right? Then that main keyword that I mentioned, chiropractor Bend, Oregon, gets 1,000 searches a month, right? And they're currently in position 4, and that brings them 52 hits of traffic a month for that one particular keyword, right? And then you start looking at chiropractors Bend, 700 searches a month, right? And so what you can start doing, you start looking at that total volume of searches, and then respectively in the position that you're in to the number of hits that you get. Roughly for the top three positions, gets about 30% of the hits of traffic monthly, right? And so, it starts becoming where you can predict, that, how much traffic you're going to get, and then conversion rate, right? If you're getting, 150 inquiries a month to your site, depending on your salesmanship, obviously you have 100+ reviews. I think you do pretty good, provide a pretty good service, right? So your ability to convert prospects into actual clients, right, then becomes just a numbers game, right? And but it becomes predictable. Here is current keywords that you're ranking for, right? Which the Atlas Chiropractic, but which is great. People searching for it, but it's also probably this is more of a national keyword, right? Because there's no location tag to it, either on the front end or the back end. And so a lot of the keywords that you are ranking for are not necessarily local, right? So you look at like chiropractors bend, right? Remember, it's 700 volume monthly search. You're in position 18, and you're only getting about 3 clicks a month for that particular keyword, right? Not a 700 searches a month, and you're only getting 3. Missing out on some opportunity there, right? So let's also take a look at their webpage. Now, when you're ranking a webpage, roughly half of it is content on your page, right? And so let's take a look at these guys' page and see what they're doing. And notice they have got the call to action right at the top of the page here, which is great because most people are searching from mobile. But next thing is content. You want to have authoritative content that mentions the keywords that you're wanting to rank for, right? You see these guys have it here in their H1 tag, which Google crawls that and checks that out. Also have it here. And while they don't have a ton of content on their page, they do mention these keywords here in town, right? Alpine Chiropractic. And so they're getting some juice from that, right? And they also have some videos here, but it looks like they're having some issues with that. But content, right? And pointing those with links to other authorities in the space. And with that, I mean backlinks. And what backlinks are essentially votes to your site. But not all votes are created equal. And the more relevant the backlink, the more votes you get back to your site. And so you'll notice here these guys have 183 backlinks, and out of that 183, 41 of them are really sending the bulk of that weight back to their site, right? And so this is kind of the metrics here, the UR and DR, which is really the trust flow of those links, and citation flow, right? Kind of the number of those links. We go here. Here is your site, Prentice, right? And you can see the metrics where they were 23 and just under 3, and you're 12 and 0, right? So you don't really have authority with the links that are coming from you, right? And you also have less, right? So you have 21 backlinks, and out of those 21, only 10 are actually sending votes back to your site. And so relatively traffic value, and you can see that reflectively. And so really the key takeaways here are citations, right, for your Google profile, right? Citations being active in your profile, replying to reviews in a timely manner. And then as far as the site, right, content, authoritative content, right? get some more content on here. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, it has to be cluttered or anything like that, but getting more content on here is huge. And then last but not least is backlinks, right? Votes to your site. And so those are the big three: citations, content, and backlinks. If you'd like to know more how to get that done so that you can kind of become more of the gorilla in Central Oregon when people are wanting to find chiropractors, I'd love to kind of show you next steps and what it would take to reach that objective. And I will leave my contact info with you in the email when I send you this video, and look forward to talking with you. Thanks.